Jamie Boatwright with 771TV.com. The question is on the table. Do you believe in love at first sight? I want to know, do you? So, tell me, Shanice, do you believe in love at first sight?
Yes.
You do? What about you, Dante?
Of course.
You do? Mm-hmm. All right, Shanice, tell me, did you and Dante have love at first sight?
Yes.
You did? How'd you meet him?
I met him at a job I was working at the airport.
Uh-huh.
And I happened to be the youngest person there. And I just seen him and I was determined, that's going to be my man.
Yeah, I met someone once when I was living back in New York City, and we met in a bar, but you know, those things happen, and within 2 weeks he moved in with me and he was my partner for 4 years.
We met on the internet.
Oh, wow.
And we exchanged some emails, and I came to Guatemala to meet her, and it was love at first sight for me.
At the airport.
Well, I met my wife. She's walking in front of me at a junior college with a buddy of mine, and I looked at her. I thought, well, she's pretty cute. And this friend of mine said, she's not the kind of gal you want to date. She's the kind of gal you want to marry. And 4 years later, we got married. So
wow.
When I first saw him, I knew I was going to marry him. So I guess you could say.
Is that the same as love, though?
Yes.
You know, she was living with a good friend of mine that I went to medical school with, and he said, you know, you've got to meet this friend of mine. And so I came over to his apartment, and we were just hanging out. We were having drinks on the patio at one point, and we just were looking across from each other, and I think we sort of knew. And within minutes, she had asked him to arrange a party to have me invited specifically for us to meet again within a few days. And then we saw each other again a few days later, and ever since then, it's been history.
I'm from Canada, and 2 weeks ago I met a boy in Vegas, so I jumped on a flight and came down to see him.
Wow, was it love at first sight?
I hope so.
Wow.
Well, love at first sight, meaning that it started with a little lust. And then from there, it just went on. And from being love at first sight, it's going on for me 13 years.
I met my husband, and it was love at first sight when I met him.
Really?
It was.
What did you feel?
I just knew. I just knew that he was the one.
Wow. How long ago was that?
That was 13 years ago.
You said husband.
He's now my husband.
You go, Donna. Yeah. Congratulations.
Thank you. Woo!
Well, I believe it exists, but it hasn't happened to me, so I say it does exist.
Are you saying it exists? Do you know anyone that it have ever happened to?
No.
I guess it could be possible.
It could be possible?
Yeah.
So I take it hasn't happened to you
No,
yet.
it hasn't. No.
Okay.
Well, actually, when I met my first husband, who unfortunately passed, he was absolutely, when we met, it was it. We already knew it was something magical. It was something that we understood each other. It was the energy. It was actually chemistry.
I think it was a feeling of peacefulness, as if I had met the person before. If you believe in past lives, maybe almost like you had been together in a past life, but mostly just a sense of absolute peacefulness, joy, and this is something that's meant to be.
yeah, it felt like something lasting or something. Just we connected. Everything we talked about was exciting to talk about, and we couldn't get off the phone, stop conversing. You know, we had a great time.
I've heard about it, believe in it, kind of skeptical. I mean, you may fall in lust at first sight, love, no.
So what's the difference between love and lust?
Love to me takes a lot more, it's a lot more complicated.
Okay. So it takes longer?
Well, I mean, you would like to know the person that you can fall in love with.
And falling in love is okay, but not at first sight.
How long should they wait to fall in love?
They should wait long enough to get some pertinent, important information on the individual that they have eyes for.
I knew someone and they were married for 20 years and then they got divorced, and I asked them why, because they said they didn't know that person. They said that person did stuff that they would never thought in a million years that they would do. And they were married for 20 years. So is it true that sometimes you never get to know a person that no matter how long you with them?
That is absolutely true.
No, I believe that you can love somebody in a quick hurry, but just to see somebody, I mean, you can't really judge a book by its cover.
No, because how can you just meet somebody and then say, oh, I'm in love with that person? At first sight, no. We have to go out a couple times and wine and dine a couple times.
Okay, so you go out a couple times, wine and dine a couple times, then you can fall in love. So you're saying you can fall in love with somebody on 4 dates?
No.
Okay. But not love at first sight?
No. Not 4 dates, maybe a couple months.
I think love has to grow. No. I believe in like at first sight.
Okay.
But not, I believe in attraction and that kind of thing, but not love. No.
Not love?
No.
Love takes time?
Love takes time.
No.
No?
No. I believe in attraction at first sight, but I don't believe in love at first sight.
No love at first sight. Hasn't happened to you yet?
I mean, I've felt very attracted to somebody, but you know, I mean, I think love is something that's more based on a friendship, and then, you know, the other stuff is tied into it. I think it's more of like a foundational kind of thing. You know, I've experienced extreme lust at first sight.
No.
No, why not?
Because just like I'm seeing you for the first sight, I don't think I can love you at first sight.
Right, but it doesn't happen for everybody the same way.
I think I have to get to know the person first.
Oh, so if you get to know them a while, then you fall in love?
Yes.
How long does it take for someone to fall in love?
It depends on how much time you spend with them.
So you mean to tell me you can't just fall in love with someone instantly?
I don't think so. Even though my husband said he loved me the first time he saw me, but I couldn't stand him.
No, it's a mirage.
It's a mirage?
It's a mirage. It's like a pond of water. You know, you see it down the street right there, and like looking, you're thirsty. And then when you get there, there ain't no water.
I think it's more like people trying to fight the feeling more than
be in denial
else.
about it. Because once it's there, you just know.
Yeah.
And I think that it's a beautiful thing that we all human beings carry, and we don't know how to use it. But if you let that happen, it will happen. If you believe, it happens.
It has made me a better man, and it has made me, more confident and more secure at myself, because I think the key to love is just being open.
Yeah, it is.
It happens all over, you know.
Fantastic. Me personally, I believe love at first sight does exist. So, now, if it hasn't happened to you, I'm so sorry. But if it has happened to you, way to go, congratulations. If it has happened to you, then you know that you have experienced something that is magnificent and wonderful. And those that has not happened to, I hope it happened to you so you can feel this magic and this joy. Love at first sight does exist. This is Jamie Boatwright with 771TV.com.